Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be a late update for Pan That Palette and Baby Pan That Palette. The theme for Pan That Palette this year is kicking it old school and better together. Kicking it old school is the Pantastic Ladies Pan That Palette theme for 2023. It was created by Jessica and Dana, and Better Together, of course, is the Pan That Palette theme that I created, and many of you have joined in, which makes me feel very warm and fuzzy in all the right places. So thank you so much to those of you who have joined in and supported the Better Together Pan That Palette theme. It has been so much fun for me to watch and see you guys kicking butt with this project. I wish I could say I was kicking butt with this project, but I can't, at least yet. We're not quite at the halfway point of this project, but it's creeping up on me real fast, and that's when I'm going to freak out because I'm a procrastinator, and that's what I do. I wait until the halfway point, and then when I'm at the tail end and time is running out, then I freak out. So any minute now, I'm going to freak out. But so far I've just been, taking my time in no hurry. The two palettes that I'm working on for Better Together are two quads. One is a drugstore Maybelline quad and one is a Clinique quad that I believe was a gift with purchase. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a gift with purchase that was handed down to me from my friend Jamie years ago. Let's start with the Clinique quad. There's really no point in showing a picture from last month to compare it to because it pretty much looks the same. So I'm just gonna show you right now. Here is what my little Clinique quad looks like today. The biggest update as far as this quad goes is that I have started using this lightest shade right there to set my under eyes. And I have maybe a start of a dip, but nothing to really write home about. I had been considering using it to set my under eyes for quite a while, but I was using an under eye powder that I was in love with and I didn't want to stop using it. Plus it was in a different project. And then when I stopped using that one and switched to a new one, I kept thinking in the back of my head, like I should try that Clinique as an under eye setting powder. And so finally, like 2 months ago, I tried it as an under eye setting powder and I was like, okay, it works. That's good to know. But I didn't start using it every day. And even when I wanted to use it, I kept forgetting to reach for it because I just had my routine down pat and I was just going to this drawer for my under eye setting powder instead of, reaching for this one. I'm such a creature of habit that a lot of times I'm just on autopilot, and when everything is said and done, I'm like, oh, I should have used the Clinique shadow for my under eyes. Well, I've finally gotten into the habit of reaching for this Clinique shadow, and I've been using it to set my under eyes for the last week, maybe two, but I would say just about a week. And so I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to use that shade up. Now, typically my policy on multitasking is I tend to not multitask until a product is on its last leg and I just want it gone, because I have something for every category you could imagine. It's not like I don't have a drawer full of powders sitting in the office that I could be using as under eye setting powders, because I do. And so typically I don't multitask because I have so many of every category that I don't need to. Now, if I was to ever use all of my under eye setting powders up, rather than going to the store to buy a new under eye setting powder, I would 100% start attacking some of these eyeshadows and using them as under eye setting powders, because I really don't have a need for a matte light eyeshadow like this. I like a shimmery brow bone highlight. I rarely remember to set my eyeshadow primer. And to be honest, I don't feel like that's a step I really need in my life. So once I'm out of powders, face powders that I could use to set my under eyes, I 100% will start going through these and using them as under eye setting powders. But I really generally don't operate under that MO because I have powders in my inventory that I would like to use up that are meant to be under eye setting powders, or at least meant to be face powders. So that's the whole backstory on that. Regardless, because this is in this project and because it is getting a little bit embarrassing that I'm not really reaching for this at all, I have decided to start using this shade to set my under eye concealers, and it's been working fine. I'm wearing it today. excuse me, it might be a little bit on the light side, and maybe as I continue to tan, I'll have to take a break from it because it will be too light. Or maybe I'll just mix it with this one, who knows? But yeah, it's getting used. So I guess we're going to celebrate that because this palette really hasn't gotten a lot of use this year. This is the forgotten stepchild of the bunch. Next up is the Maybelline Quad. I will go ahead and throw up a picture of what that looked like last month. And this is what it looks like today. So this is the eye look I do with these eyeshadows, and I don't really veer from this look. I do this look over and over and over again. It also involves the duo I'm going to be showing you next. And basically, whenever I do this neutral eye look, I use basically every day, I use this shade as a brow bone highlight. And I think the pan has absolutely 100% expanded since last month. I'm working my way towards this bottom edge. And there's still a lot of product in there, thank goodness, because that's the shade I use the most. But I'm definitely expanding the pan on it. I'm also using this third shade still, which has a dip. No pan yet, but it has a dip. And I use that to kind of deepen up my outer corner. And when I do this kind of bronzy look, those are the two shades I reach for every single time. And then the other two shades I reach for come from my Baby Pan, that palette. So let me throw up a picture of what that looked like last month. And this is what it looks like today. And yeah, so these are the other two shades I use to create this look every day. So I use the matte shade in my crease and on my lower lash line, and I use this bronzy golden shade all over the inner half of my eyelid, inner 3/4. And I've just been loving this look. This is like my favorite natural, neutral, bronzy look ever. I think this shimmery shade looks amazing on my eyelid. I really love this look, and that's the only look I've been doing. Now, obviously, I am slowly making progress on this matte shade, and one day, eventually, it will be gone. And when it's gone, I'm going to jump to that Clinique Quad and start using the mid-tone browns as my crease shade. This gold isn't going anywhere. So, yeah, the gold is sticking around for the long haul. It's going to be around for probably at least another year. But I am enjoying these bronzy looks, and I still don't find it a chore to wear. A lot of times I feel like I should wear more color because I just kind of get on repeat with this neutral look, but I love it. And now that it's summer and I'm really trying to work on this bolder lipstick, I only see myself doing this bronzy look even more because I really want to make progress on this lipstick that I've been promising I would get to once summer arrives. And I just love this lipstick with a neutral eye look. So I see myself doing this look a lot this summer, but I also see myself having a lot of days at the pool and the beach where I don't wear any makeup at all. So it's always interesting. Hold on. Okay. It's always interesting to see how things pan out in the summertime because I definitely become a little bit less consistent with my makeup during the summertime. It's just a harder time of the year for me to do makeup because one of my biggest motivators for putting makeup on is going to work and being professional, and I don't have to be professional over the summer. I can just walk around. I like to garden, and I like to clean, and I like to take my kids to the pool, and I like to take my kids to the beach. So none of those require makeup. And so on those days when I'm doing those things, I'm less likely to wear makeup, or maybe I'll just do like half a face of makeup, like not like half a face of makeup, but like I'll do a BB cream and mascara and blush and call it a day. So I'm more likely to do the bare minimum on those days. I like to wear a BB cream every day regardless because there's SPF in it. So I tend to put on foundation every day, but I'm not gonna blow a full face of makeup for a lot of these activities that I like to do during the summer. So we'll see how it goes. I've just been out of work for like 2 days now, the weekend. Today's Monday. It's my first day off. Yes. And it feels good. I did have a horrible headache this morning, but I took a couple of Advil and I'm ready to go. But the kids' sports are still going strong. I have a swim meet tonight that I have to get the kids to in about an hour and a half. And I'm trying to do some basic cleaning, just some general picking up, because like literally the kids' book bags were still sitting on the floor in the doorway with like full of junk. So like I'm just trying to like go through the kids' book bags and do some basic stuff, and then I'm going to tackle some bigger stuff tomorrow. But anyways, that's it for this Pantastic palette update. I don't know what I'm rambling on about. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope there's some progress to show for this update. I won't know until the pictures are up. You guys know that until I compare last month's pictures to this month's, I can't really tell if I actually made visible progress. But I know I used these eyeshadows for at least 10 days since last month's update. I would say at least 10 days since last month's update. It's not like I'm using these shadows every single day, but I try. So that is it for this update. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.